Welcome back to our series on realistic portrait drawing for beginners. In today's video, we're diving into techniques for achieving correct proportions and accurate placement of key facial features, essential skills for any portrait artist. When it comes to drawing realistic portraits, the importance of mastering these skills cannot be overstated. It's what helps separate a lifelike portrait from a mere likeness. Achieving correct proportions and accurate placement of key facial features requires a close matching of the proportions of the head and hair relative to the neck and shoulders, as well as the correct placement of key facial features within the head. Some artists can accomplish this by visually measuring relative distances between key features, while other artists use measuring aids. In this video, we'll examine one such measuring aid, namely the grid method. This well-known approach involves drawing matching grids on both our reference image and drawing surface. If the dimensions of the reference image and drawing surface are different, then the grid on the drawing surface or reference image will need to be scaled up or down accordingly. For example, if the drawing paper is 25% larger than the reference image, then the grid on the drawing paper will need to be scaled up by 25%. For greater precision in terms of proportions and placements, we can use a finer grid on the eyes, nose, and mouth. One approach to creating the finer grid is to divide the main grid squares into smaller squares measuring 4 by 4. In the grid method, the grid on the reference image is used as a guide for the artist's drawing strokes. Typically, the artist will focus on replicating the content in one or two main squares of the reference image at a time. For example, the artist's drawing strokes for the bottom of the lower lip will cross the grid lines at the same points where the corresponding lines of the bottom of the lower lip cross the grid lines in the reference image. Continue this process for all remaining grid squares until the complete portrait has been fully mapped. When done, erase the grid lines. Now we're ready to begin applying base layer values, which are the preliminary dark, mid-tone, and light areas in our portrait. But we'll cover that in our next video. And there you have it, the grid method is an effective technique for achieving correct proportions and accurate placement of key facial features. By mastering this technique, you'll be well on your way to creating stunning portraits that truly capture the essence of your subjects. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more art tutorials. And remember, practice makes progress. Happy drawing!